Hi students, welcome to Bosco Campus Vision. I am Shankar Ganesh, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Application, Don Bosco College, Kottayam. I am delighted to present a lecture on the subject Introduction to Information Technology. This lecture is meant for Semester 1 BCom Computer Application course of Kerala University. In this lecture, we are going to discuss the supercomputer. A supercomputer is the fastest computer in the world that can process a significant amount of data very quickly. The computing performance of a supercomputer is measured very high as compared to a general purpose computer. The computing performance of a supercomputer is measured in flops, that is floating point operations per second instead of MIPS. The supercomputer consists of tens of thousands of processors which can perform billions and trillions of calculations per second. Supercomputers can deliver up to nearly 100 quadrillions of flops. They have evolved from grid to cluster system of massively parallel computing. Cluster system computing means that machine uses multiple processors in one system instead of arrays of separate computers in a network. These computers are most massive concerning size. A most powerful supercomputer can occupy few feet to hundreds of feet. The supercomputer price is very high. Next, we can discuss the history of supercomputer. Supercomputers were introduced in the 1960s and developed by Seymour Cray with the Atlas at the University of Manchester. The Cray designed CDC 1604, which was the first supercomputer in the world, and it replaces vacuum tube with transistors. The fastest supercomputer in the world was the Sunway Tehulite, which is developed by China's National Research Center of Parallel Computer Engineering and Technology, which maintains its #1 ranking for the first time with a high performance. Next is characteristics of supercomputer. First one, they can support more than 100 users at a time. Second one, these machines are capable of handling the massive amount of calculations that are beyond the human capabilities, that is, the human is unable to solve such extensive calculations. Third one, many individuals can access supercomputers at the same time. Fourth one, these are the most expensive computers that can ever be made. Next, we can discuss the types of supercomputer. The supercomputer has divided into three categories. First one, vector processing machines. This machine was invented in 1980 to 1990s. Vector processing supercomputers are ones that rely on vector or array processors. These processors are basically like a CPU that can perform mathematical operations on a large number of data elements rather quickly. Common in the scientific sector of computing, vector processors form the basis of most supercomputers. Second one, tightly connected cluster computer. Cluster computers refers to groups of connected computers that work together as a unit and assign the task to all grouped equally. So, the reason of this clustering enhances the speed of computer. There are four types of cluster such as director based clusters, two node clusters, multi-node clusters and massively parallel clusters. Third one, commodity cluster. They are basically a large number of commodity computers that are connected by high bandwidth, low latency local area networks. Next is advantages of supercomputer. First one, supercomputer can easily decrypt the password for security purpose. Second one, more organizations use this computer as part-time because supercomputer is able to perform big tasks in few times. Third one, the supercomputer has super power of rendering the animation in excellent result. Fourth one, supercomputer allow virtual testing for nuclear weapons and other dangerous medical testing because these types of testing is more harmful for environment. The disadvantages of supercomputer are: first one, it is more expensive and need more space for setup. Second one, it is not useful for broad applications. Third one, it need well-trained staff and require more maintenance. Fourth one, it need massive external storage for huge data. Fifth one, it need water cooling in addition to an AC system because supercomputer produces more heat during processing time. In this lecture, we have discussed the supercomputer. Hope all of you have understood the lecture. Thank you.